complete the setup of purchase orders, enter any and all documents that are currently in process from your old accounting system. Only enter those documents that are still active because these are the only documents that have not been factored into the general ledger or accounts payable modules yet. So, with purchase orders, documents to enter are any requisitions or purchase orders containing detailed lines that have not been received. Because this section discusses the entry of existing orders, only those fields that relate to entering outstanding documents is covered. All the fields on the purchase order entry window are discussed later in this session. Again, when establishing beginning values, only enter outstanding requisitions and detail lines on purchase orders that have not yet been received. Don't enter received items or invoice type documents because they have already generated journal entries that have been posted in accounts payable and general ledger. Those modules are already up and running with the transaction amounts factored in. Therefore, the purpose here is to simply enter those documents that are in progress. In the PO number field, enter the outstanding purchase order number assigned from your old accounting system. The word new here indicates that purchase orders assigns the next sequential order number. Don't leave this set at new for beginning balances because the existing order from your other accounting system already assigned an order number, of which is most likely before the next sequential number that Accpac is instructed to assign. Let's assume an existing order contains the order number P065009. Then enter the vendor number along with the date from the original order. Next, assign it the appropriate type. Active indicates the order is current and should be filled when items are available. Future indicates the order is to be filled upon a future date being reached. Standing orders are recurring orders that can be used over and over again, where blanket orders are entered for a certain monetary amount, from which active orders are generated until the specified amount is exhausted. All field choices are covered further when discussing normal purchase processing later. This section is designed to get a new system up and functioning. Let's say an order for chloride systems has two outstanding items that have not been received or invoiced. They were possibly not received earlier because the vendor had insufficient stock, or it's a new order that was entered in the old accounting system before converting to Accpac. Select Active as the PO type, and then the item being ordered in the item number field. Enter the location where the items are to be received in the location field, and the quantity to be ordered in the quantity ordered field, which indicates that one case is being ordered. The cost of $1,150 defaults from the vendor contract cost window. If this cost is correct, leave it. If not, change it. In our case, the default cost still applies. The remaining fields are fine using the default settings. The second item, item A13200, is also on the existing purchase order. 20 of these were ordered, of which 9 have been received. Okay, that's it for this existing purchase order. At this point, optionally review the other pages of the order window by clicking on the tabs at the top. Usually, the information in these windows does not require modification because default settings were already established within the other sections of Accpac. However, changes may need to be made from the default settings for the vendor, such as the term code or tax settings. Again, more on this later. To review the order totals, click the Totals tab. The total amount of the order entered before Accpac should match the order totals here. If it doesn't, check to make sure the item costs match the previous system, if any discounts have been given, or that the correct amount of tax is being calculated. When everything matches, click the Post button to post the order. Repeat this process for each outstanding purchase order.
You have successfully completed this topic and learned how to set up and configure purchase order options, define vendor contract pricing, establish template codes, define additional costs, and establish email messages. For homework, please review the Purchase Order Course Reference Guide through Lesson 5 and complete the case study exercises through this topic. For your review, you can complete the exam crams, which are launched from your profile at Sage Software University.